Okay, welcome to the Old Shoreham Road to Enlightenment podcast, episode number 17. With me today is Laura Denby, who is going to help me host another Hot Ones challenge. I've called Laura my beautiful hostess, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore because yada yada, sexism, patriarchy, and gender doesn't exist anymore. So, you know, your compliment, Laura, fuck you. Seriously though, this is the first time we have seen each other in 25 years. So how are you?
Good. Yeah, it's been a long time.
And yeah, how's things going then?
Yeah, pretty awesome. Just waking up from a nap, so that's all good. Child's at school, sun's shining.
Yeah, I was going to ask, more importantly, how is the crotch goblin?
Oh, special, super special. I never thought as a kid that my life would contain the words, "Don't put your penis on the cat." But he did it, and I had to tell him to stop.
Okay, you need to explain that.
It was just the most bizarre thing. We were sat eating dinner, of all things, and cat wandered by, and he just sort of stripped off and stuck his knob on it.
Okay.
That was literally it. He does the most bizarre things.
Not being
Cat didn't care, which was even weirder.
Myself, you know, this is yeah, you know, this is fabulous content. But how do you deal with that?
Yeah. Well, my mum resorts to polo neck jumpers and just sort of hides and laughs. But there's sometimes all you can just do is stare at him and just, what on earth did I produce? Like, where did this come from?
Now, you're on the Hailing Islands near Portsmouth. Tell us about what that's like. I mean, what's there? I don't know anything about it.
Lots of sailors. They love sailing. But it's nice. It's quiet. Has a sort of a village feel. You know, like an old style village used to be, with a baker and a butcher and a greengrocer, and you know, shops that specialise in stuff rather than supermarkets, and no one's in a massive hurry to be anywhere, and it's really nice. Very different atmosphere to the delights of Bognor Regis, shall we say.
Is there a harbour?
There's a few sort of little marinas, yeah. It's nice. You can see the Isle of Wight from the seafront.
Oh, right. It sounds a bit like Cornwall.
Yeah, same sort of atmosphere.
Before we start, do you have
hectic.
any? Because my fish, my stuff is in the oven. Before we start, do you have any particular memories of the Bognor site, fond or otherwise? Yeah. Very... spoilers. We both worked in Bognor at the Butlins.
Yeah, I mean, Butlins was awesome. That was a whole different world, really, wasn't it? The town itself has gone so downhill. It's quite sad, really. Just gangs of feral children everywhere.
Oh, tell us about
that. Two gangs meeting in the graveyard with knives. Police helicopters trying to split them up. That's when the police do bother, because half the time they don't, because they're kids. It's just bizarre, very bizarre. Whole towns ruled by sort of 11-year-olds. We should put them to work in Butlins and then see how they fare.
Yeah. So, do you have any particular memories of being at the Bognor site, fond or otherwise?
Yeah, always fond. We had a laugh, for sure. That's back when most of Bognor's youth worked there, so get your hoop out the way, Cat. It was like a second family in a way. It sort of got you to grow up, have a laugh, find yourself. We used to have a giggle when it got busy, and some of the weird customers we used to get. Are you for real, Cat?
Oh, who's this?
This is Dave.
Dave?
Dave likes to flash her bum at people.
You have a cat called Dave?
Yeah, a girl cat called Dave.
Okay, on brand. Okay, so I remember that you were.
Yeah, we thought she was a boy.
There's a bit of a delay, I think, with us.
Mm.
I remember that you were part of a small group of girls that worked with us in the restaurants and seemed to really find yourselves and come of age around others, albeit slightly older than that we were also discovering ourselves. How was that experience for you being so young?
Yeah, it's definitely. Was super shy and wouldn't sort of put myself forward for anything. And being in that environment, you had to. You know, there were new people in your face all the time. You had to go talk to them. You had to get their orders for what they wanted. And yeah, had to grow up, which was good. And I can't think of anywhere better to have done it, sort of away from parents, other people that might judge how you are, you know, people that you could walk away from at the end of the day and not worry about, but also who became lifelong friends, like we did. So yeah, it was really good. I still talk to quite a lot of people from back then, and it's sort of, it makes me smile to think that, you know, you can have a friendship for that long. It's been good.
Yeah, I've said this to you before. Despite the age that you were, I knew that if you were around, I could take comfort that you were the one person that I could count on to sort out any problem I needed handled with, like, you know, customers out front. So for that, I thank you.
Oh, thank you. You were great to work with too.
I mean, I still have nightmares about leaving the oven on and a long line of growing food checks to cook. So, you know, when you have someone so kind of like reliable and grounded, compared to like the other kind of young girls who were around you, that was like, you know, a godsend, because I was like, get me Laura, you know, she you know, not putting anything on you, but I just knew that you were, you know, you just were reliable hands generally. So that's what I remember about you.
I used to get described as sensible all the time. So yeah, that fits.
You did.
Yeah, people, they'd be like, oh, how would you describe your friend Laura? And they'd go, oh, she's very sensible. I'd be like, oh, great. Everyone else is like fun and hilarious. Oh, she's very sensible. But
The other younger girls that were in the restaurants at the time, who do you remember and fondly and working with? Tell us about a few of them, because I only really remember Viv.
yeah.
And there was another girl that used to like wearing tartan as
Oh,
well.
her.
Yeah. Who do you remember? Who could you kind of like, you know, tell us about?
I'm trying to think now, because a lot of them changed a lot, and I was more friends with the ones in sort of the retail catering side, all the ones that sort of in the plaza and stuff like that. So there were a couple of lads in the restaurant that were quite sweet, but very young. They always seemed very young. One called Chris and one called Mark that I was at school with, that Gary took a shine to, which was quite funny. He used to chase him around the restaurant. There's no way he'd get away with stuff like that these days, but it was quite funny. So then in the plaza, there was sort of Camilla and Nikki. Definitely Viv, because I was at school with Viv as well. So, you know, we'd be with each other all week and then seeing each other all weekend. And then Gemma, she's still at Butlins. That's got to be some sort of record, I think. Yeah, there's a few people. I don't know. Really memories. My memory's a bit hazy at the moment, but I just remember it all being fun and happy. And even though you were at work, you didn't feel like you had huge responsibilities. And, you know, if times got rough, then everyone did sort of pitch in and help. There wasn't sometimes like you feel these days where some people stand back and they're like, oh, that's not my job, I'm not doing that. You just sort of got on and did it, and then work finished and you got changed and you went out and had a laugh together. So it was more family than work friends.
No, absolutely, I completely agree. That is, you know, that's exactly what Lee said in our chat as well. I haven't seen him since you know, the Butlins days, even though you and him have been, you know, Facebook friends, but we haven't really kind of like discussed massively. Could you tell me a little bit about the illness that you live with? There's a
I've
few.
got a couple, but the main one.
I've got a few here. I've got yeah. Let me say. You've got ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, EDS.
Fibromyalgia, EDS,
Yeah.
and I'm diabetic as well now.
Yeah, you're in the wars, mate. Could you tell me a bit about each of those things?
Well, I had glandular fever when I was younger, and they think that's probably what kicked off the ME and the chronic fatigue syndrome. They sort of come as a pair, usually. Just sort of wipes you out, really. The EDS is a deficiency in how I make collagen, so everything's too bendy and too loose, and so joints aren't particularly stable. So that hurts and it makes you really tired, and resistant to painkillers, which is very irritating because obviously that's the first thing you want when you don't feel great, and it's the last thing that works. And then the fibromyalgia came along with that as well. That seems to be a nerve transmitting disorder where your brain thinks that things hurt more. Nobody seems to really have a grip on it at the moment, although there appear to be similarities between that and ME and long COVID. So while everyone's getting excited and investigating long COVID, maybe some of it will help us who've been asking for help for years. And yeah, had steroid injections for the EDS, so that sort of kept the pain away for a couple of weeks, but then that kicked off the diabetes, which was really annoying. But they all seem to be livable with.
You said that you're taking methadone. Those fortunate enough not to take it, what's that like? My friend Paul took it for heroin withdrawal and hated it. So
yeah, I don't take methadone. It's morphine.
Oh, sorry, morphine. Yeah.
Yeah, methadone. Yeah, morphine. It sort of takes the edge off, but it never actually makes the pain stop. And a few times I've been messed about by the chemist and the pharmacy, and I haven't been able to get it when I need it because they've taken so long to get the prescription sorted that I've sort of been without for a couple of days, and the withdrawals are pretty horrific. It's an opiate really, but I have such a low dose, it doesn't really have an adverse effect. It just sort of makes life a bit easier, really. It does make things a bit fuzzy in the memory, but being old does that too.
What was your vaccine experience with medication that you take? I mean, did it affect it, or did it affect when you could have the vaccine, or what happened?
I was able to have it earlier than most because of being diabetic. The actual medications didn't make any difference. First jab that I had, I was rough as hell. Like, I was pretty bad for about 24 hours. Second one, didn't even realise I had it, nothing adverse. And the third one, didn't even feel the injection site. So yeah, no problems with that. I don't know if it's effectively kept the lurgy away, but so my son had it at the beginning of the year and was climbing all over me, and I didn't get it. So maybe it worked. Maybe I'm just Superwoman. Don't know.
Okay, so now I'll put you over. You can now punish me. What we're going to do is, just like the show on YouTube, Hot Ones. We are host asks 10 questions as the guest eats chicken chicken wings covered in 10 different sauces, each one hotter than the last. You can watch the first one I did on this channel. And yeah, I've decided to change things up a little bit this time. We're going to go with some Iceland battered fish chunks instead, and I have mixed up the sauces and issued numbers 1 to 10 to them. Laura here, blindly, is going to randomly choose which sauce I do. So this may or may not go downhill immediately. Because not only are any of these sauces mild, they are mainly very hot. 2 are over 1 million on the Scoville scale. So yeah, are we ready, Laura?
Oh yes, I've got some awesome questions for you.
Cool. First,
I love it.
How are you with spice and chili? Incidentally,
I love it. I love it. It's great. I couldn't say what the hottest thing I've ever had is, but there was a night in a curry house that sticks in my mind with a friend of ours who was, I can eat the hottest stuff and you can't eat anything near what I can eat. And he was in tears while I was eating his curry. So yeah, he keeps being reminded of that.
Okay, well,
there's some evil sauces out there.
Just give me a second. Oh. Okay, fish bites. So I'm going to give you a number between 1 and 10. I've got a list here.
Cool.
And I've mixed them all up. So if you can give me a number between 1 and 10.
Start with 5, my lucky number. Let's go for that.
Oh, I like this one. Okay. So this is right here in Brighton. We have a company called Brighton Hot Sauce, and this is their mango.
That's quite a colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's lovely. It's quite hot. I remember this from the last video, but I've been wanting to try this for a while. It's got yellow habaneros, mango, maple syrup, and sea salt in it. And yeah, so we are going to. Where's mine? Sorry, completely unprepared. Right, I'm trying to be more prepared than before, but here we go. So I've got these like fish bites. They're quite thick. You can get them in Iceland. So what we're going to do, I'm going to check this up. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm not just doing this. I've also got 10 pickled jalapenos.
Nice.
That we're going to eat as well. So
awesome, like a palate cleanser.
It is going to be a palate cleanser. So hit me with the first question while I do this.
Okay. What 4 things would you buy at a shop to traumatise the staff?
What?
What 4 things would you buy in a shop to traumatise the staff?
The staff that work in that shop?
Yep.
What a strange question.
I'd go with bin bags, duct tape, a hammer.
Oh, I get it.
And a mask. That sort of thing.
Yeah, it depends on what shop it is.
Let's say Tesco's. Everyone goes in Tesco's. Oh, that's a good coverage. Liking that.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Oh, God. You completely throw me.
On the first question as well.
I knew this would be good. Now I'm just thinking of the ones that you said. You shouldn't have said that.
Well, that was to take the easy ones out of the equation, so now you have to think about it.
All right, let me take a bite. This one's quite hot. To be honest, some of these I can't remember what order they came in. In Tesco's.
Yeah, they've got a fairly wide selection of stuff.
Oh God, that's hot. Okay, yeah, a cookbook. Barbecue firelighters. Bird feed and Spanx.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be quite disturbing to get on your checkout, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. That's the question that needs thought.
Yeah, it's a good one. You can use that in the future on someone else.
I will do. I will definitely do that. But no, to be honest, you listed all of the best answers.
Yeah, they're just the obvious ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
You don't want obvious all the time.
Okay. So that is the mango Brighton hot sauce. We will get rid of that. Okay. 1 to 10, not 5.
2.
Oh, okay. This is this is what I was afraid of. This is the hottest sauce.
Oh, brilliant. Get it out early.
Yeah. It's South Devon Chilli Farm. It's their ghost pepper chili sauce.
Nice.
So here we go.
So we have a chili festival up here every year, and you get some quite astonishing things.
It doesn't have a great deal of description about it. I've got some descriptions about some of the other sauces. But yeah, this one is yeah, just really fucking hot. This one is over 1 million Scovilles on the Scoville scale. So that's
going to tickle.
Yeah, there's that and another one that is the hottest sauces you can get. So there we go. Put that on there. Oh. Hit me with a second question.
Okay. How do you wipe your arse if you don't have any hands?
How do I work my arse?
Yeah, if you were unfortunate enough to lose both your hands or not have hands, how would you do it?
I don't understand. You just got the toilet normally.
Yeah, but then you don't have anything to hold the toilet paper with.
All right.
Because you don't have hands. So what do you do?
Oh God. Oh. Well, you would probably get if you didn't have any hands, they would give you like motor hands, wouldn't they? Oh God.
Oh, well, I don't know. What if you sort of got up in the middle of the night and didn't have time to put them on? And would you have sort of a stick attached to the wall with paper on it?
God, you were so weird. Oh God.
This is why you chose me.
Oh, God, this is... oh my God. I would employ someone.
How much would you pay per hour? Or would it be per session?
pay someone by the
Whatever,
hour
no.
or a general salary. But no, if you didn't have any hands, you would have a carer, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd hope so. But then what if the carer was like, no, I'm not doing that?
Oh,
Did you just have to do that in 2 halves?
Oh, I forgot these. Oh, God. What would you do?
I think I'd attach something or get someone to put something on the wall and then just sort of wipe up against it when I was done. I don't know how I'd then maneuver it to get the clean paper, but I'm sure someone would help. I don't know. It's mad, isn't it?
That is a really fucking weird
It's
question.
got to be a real problem for people. It is.
Oh, yeah, I knew this would go down south really quickly. This was a really fucking stupid idea. Okay. All right. Number 3.
Okay. Should we go for number 9?
Oh, God. No, that's the other one. It's the hottest sauce.
No way. Do you want me to choose a different one?
No, sorry. It's 1.5 million Scovilles.
Ouch.
It's the California Reaper. Chili. And again, it's from Brighton Hot Sauce, right from here in Brighton. I've just been dabbing this in soups and everything. My last girlfriend, just before the pandemic, bought me this as a Valentine's gift and then dumped me the next day.
Didn't want to deal with the fallout.
I am proud of this, and I'm going to finish it because fuck her.
Pure spite.
So what I'm going to do is, here we go. All right, that's going to go on there. I think this comes up pretty fast, this one. All right, there we go. Get another chili. All right, hit me with the next question while I eat this.
Would you rather have nipples for eyes or eyes for nipples?
Well, mine are pierced, so what do you think?
I don't know. You won't be able to see out of them.
There we go.
Oh, that's a good one.
I probably can't see it. All right. Nipples for eyes or eyes for nipples? I don't know what the difference would be.
I suppose the height you view the world at would be a slight change. You get the point of view of a shorter person, maybe. And you could cover them up.
All you would have to do is just look down a bit more.
Yeah.
Not eyes for nipples. I wouldn't want nipples for eyes.
It would look good in photos.
Would they?
You'd stand out.
All right. Next number.
1.
Okay, that is smoking hot chili bees, the chef's special. This is fairly mild. This one, well, one of the milder ones that I've got. They're a company out of Bradford. Don't worry, they're not a sponsor, so I won't pick them up too much. But I've got there. This is one of 3 of their sauces that my gran got me for Christmas.
Oh, that's sweet.
And annoyingly, when I went on their website, let me just get rid of this awful one. When I went on their website, they have a lot more potent versions of each of the ones that she sent me. I was like, oh, why did you give me the really, really spicy ones? But she was like, oh, I didn't know. And your mum didn't know what you would like. But anyway, I've got these ones, and yeah, they're pretty hot, if I remember. And I need to share this one up. But on their website, they've got a description. Lemon and garlic hot sauce, a fresh tasting, consisting of lemon, garlic, and coriander. This gives a sharper.
Sounds quite nice.
Yeah, this gives a sharper flavor that goes very well with fish soup and broth.
Well, there you go.
And yeah, there we go. So let's bring you back. There we go. Right. Okay, hit me with question number, was it number 4, number 5? Number 5.
Yeah. What's the best lube out of lard and olive oil?
I've only ever used olive oil. What about you?
Neither yet. I would imagine lard would give off quite an interesting texture after a while, because it tends to go a bit weird, doesn't it? I don't know. That was a question from a friend who was interested to know.
Tell me about this friend, and is she single?
Sort of. Just come out of a 10-year marriage that wasn't brilliant. Husband wasn't that into sexual activities, and I think she's sort of rediscovering herself.
Her husband wasn't into sexual activities.
No.
I need to know more about this.
Wasn't really there half the time, so yeah, I think she just sort of went without for years, and now it's sort of all systems go, and yeah, lard or olive oil. I suggested she go to Love Honey and check out some proper stuff.
No, Love Honey is great. It's all that you ever need in there. Yeah.
Except lard.
Sorry?
Except lard. They don't do lard.
No, I mean, the obvious one is like, you know, you go to olive oil, because lard you'd have to like heat up and then cool down, and you can't get to that really quickly. Good.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, we've got 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10 left.
8.
Oh, this is pretty hard as well. Okay. This is the Crystal Hot Sauce. It's from New Orleans and Louisiana. It's pretty hot. Okay. Oh, it's quite like a Tabasco, so I've got to worry about. Some of these come out very, very slowly, and some of these come out really, really quickly. But this is like a Tabasco, so this comes out. This is quite loose. So there we go.
The bottle's quite similar to a Tabasco sauce too.
Yeah.
I would say.
Get a big bit on there. Go. Next question.
Okay, if you could bring back one of these wholesome family activities, which would it be? Ducking stool for witches or midget tossing?
Oh God. Yeah, midget tossing.
Yeah.
Fuck the
Very
midget.
underrated sport.
Because they are clearly midgets. Witches are not clearly witches.
Yeah, so you could get an innocent one by mistake.
Yeah.
Which would be unfortunate. Yeah.
And you don't kill midgets by tossing them.
No.
That is
Maybe
the
damage
very
them slightly.
answer, I think. What would you do?
I think I'd go with midget tossing as well. So then you could give them a tenner for their trouble, and it's, you know, it's good all round, isn't it?
Is that the going rate?
I don't know. No idea. It's similar to an arse wiper rate, I would imagine.
Arse wiper rate? What's that?
Well, when you've got no hands and you have to give someone an hourly rate
Oh,
for.
okay, we're back to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next number.
10.
Back to the smoking hot chili peas, the second one that we've got. We've got firecrackers, their hottest one. Okay, hit me with the next question. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's a lot of
How many Scotch bonnets could you get up your arse before you burnt your ring piece out?
A lot, because they need to. If you put them up as they are,
you'd be all right for a little while, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd be all right because it wouldn't break the skin.
They're quite small too, so you could get quite a few.
Let me tell you about. They're not a sponsor, by the way. But let me tell you about smoking hot chili peas. Firecracker. Let me see. But no, you couldn't get. Well, no, you could. It depends how much you like up your ass, really. How much do you like up your ass?
I don't know. I've never really poked anything up there.
No, you should try it. Yeah, it depends how much you like put up there. I don't think that it would be much of a unless it's like you said, like it's up there for a long time. I don't think that it will really bother you.
Struggle for a while.
You'd be all right for a while. So
yeah,
I don't know. How much would I like to get up there? Get a couple up there, I reckon. I don't necessarily like stuff up my arse, but I'm open to offers. Let's
so
see.
if someone turned up on the doorstep with a bag of Scotch bonnets, you'd let them in?
They'll be like, yeah, do you fancy some Jamaican food? A delicious full-bodied sauce consisting of hickory liquid smoke, garlic, tomatoes, and selected chilies with herbs and spices. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's really smoky, that one. Yeah. So they're living up to their moniker, the smoking hot chili peas.
Yeah.
But that is their hottest one. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. I need to eat another, don't I? Yeah. All right. So I've got four left. 4 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You got 3, 4, 6, and 7.
7.
Okay, this is probably the mildest one I've got. Thank God. Laura, do you like your cheeky Nando's?
I haven't had one for years, but who doesn't? Everybody likes a cheeky Nando's.
I've never had a Nando's. It's the first time in my life I've ever lived near one.
Oh.
Literally round the corner, just opened in the last few months. I haven't been there yet. But they have, they're famous for having 3 different sauces. And this is their hottest one. The Nando's hot peri peri sauce. So this is the next one. So you can buy these at Nando's or in the shops. So that is the next one gone. Next question.
What weapon would you use to take down an irate unicorn?
Who was that mate that you said that has all the random questions? Have you been getting
That one was mine.
Advice from her?
No, some of hers are on the way. Don't you worry. But yeah, that one was mine. Because they're usually quite placid, so you'd have to really wind it up. And then obviously it comes with its own weapon. So what would you use?
How do you know unicorns are placid?
Well, because you never read in all these books about them being vicious. It's always, oh, the lovely unicorn and the happy, sparkly rainbow unicorn, not the vicious, stabby unicorn.
Okay, I would throw a Care Bear at it.
Oh, yeah. Which one? Because they're all different.
How many Care Bears can you name? Go on.
I had Good Night Bear. That's the only one really. I think there was a Good Night one. That's the one that I had. Don't know about the others. Would you ride past it on a My Little Pony and fling the Care Bear?
Oh, I'd throw My Little Pony at it. The one with the rainbow one.
Oh.
What was the rainbow one called?
I don't know. I know Rainbow Bright, but that's an entirely different program.
No, I would throw a Care Bear at it, like Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I think that could work.
Or how would you take down a unicorn?
Yeah, I reckon they'd be quite tough because they've got that horn.
No, you would like say nice things to it and put it down into submission, kind of with like nice thoughts.
So you wouldn't like net it and jump it that way. You'd get it with nice thoughts.
Yeah,
that's cute. We like that.
Or Pokemon Care Bear.
Pokemon Care Bear. I'm liking that, like a kamikaze Care Bear. That should be a new addition.
Okay, we've got 3 left.
Awesome.
3, 4, and 6.
4.
We've got 4 sauces here. All right. Firecracker. Ooh, right. This is quite hot. Walker's Wood Scotch Bonnet. This is legit from Jamaica.
Scotch Bonnet. Could you get that up?
They're quite small, so yeah, you could get that up quite easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that's the way to fit more in. Puree them, but just don't have them sort of uncovered.
Like a enema.
Yeah. God, that would turn you right inside out, wouldn't it?
This one, yeah, distinctly flavored sauce. Has a unmistakable aroma. Scotch bonnet pepper has become a staple in Jamaican cuisine, which is right. This sauce should be used sparingly. All right, well, let's not do that.
Well, that's not going to happen, is it?
Okay, Walker's Wood hot Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. There we go. Oh, nice thick and
Yes.
easy comes out. Yeah, there we go.
Sparingly.
Right. Okay. I don't know if you know about this, about the internet, Laura, but people like watching other people eat shit.
Oh, that's been going for years, hasn't it? Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's quite hot. Okay, next question.
My friend G would like to know why guys...
Georgie?
Georgie, she's fantastic. Honestly, the stuff that she Googles just blows my mind. But she has specifically asked, why are guys so into rimming when they can't stand girls farting?
It's a good job that my parents and my grandparents and my family have no desire to watch or interact with anything that I do because they would be appalled. But no, they don't. Fortunately, they don't care about what I do, what I write, or who I work for, or what I've achieved. I know they love me.
There's a certain amount of freedom in that, I would imagine.
And that's very nice. But yeah, I know for a fact that yeah, I don't have to worry about kind of like, you know, offending them because they don't care about what I do. My sisters and their businesses on the other hand, yeah. Oh, I've got two really, really spicy ones to go. All right, so, okay. Georgie's question, go.
Why are guys so into rimming when they can't stand girls farting?
Okay. Well, I'm only going to be able to give you my very, very personal answer. It is that I'm not into rimming. I don't mind girls farting as long as in the bed and not in my face. I've had, I do like, oh, here we go. I do like lying down and having the girl kind of like ride my face, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the arse, but you know, the all the good bits. I've been in that position and I've gone down on girls the other way, where, yeah, the thought has gone off. And sometimes it's been good and sometimes it's been really, really bad. But you know, what you do is you just kind of laugh it off.
Yeah.
You just work with it because you're naked with a girl and you know, you just get on with it. It's like, you know, what are you gonna do? It's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. No, you're having sex.
Get up and walk out.
No, you're not going to get up and walk out. You're still having sex with a girl or going down on a girl, and it's lovely. Don't let that you know, matter. But the rimming thing, I mean, I've done the anal thing a few times in my lifetime with a very active sex life, as you know. But I've only really done the anal thing a few times, and it's been all right. Sometimes it's been pretty bad, but I've never rimmed anyone, so I don't. Yeah. I don't have the experience.
I think she's got a specific instance in mind with this one. She hasn't said as much, but it just seems like something's happened, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Well, what is your experience on the back of that?
No, I haven't really got into all of that. It just seems like too much shaving, you know.
There is that. Yeah.
There's just a whole lot of shaving that has to happen anyway, and then to just have to encounter a whole other area that's quite inaccessible. What a pain in the arse, literally. So, no, I think she might have to ask somebody else.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Georgie.
You will love her.
You look like a lot. What does she do in the care work thing?
She was doing care work. She left last week before. She had a lot of sort of friends and family die, and she just couldn't cope with that side of life anymore. And so obviously working in a care home, you get that quite a bit. And I think she just needed to move to something completely different for her mental state. So she's a painter and decorator now.
No, because I looked at her profile, and she's got a picture on there that looks like she's wearing a ambulance kind of worker's uniform. But
yeah,
what
she really wants to do is to be an EMT, and so she was doing the care work to get into being on the ambulances and stuff. And she does a lot of sort of private hire. You know, when you have a thing going on, you have to have a sort of an ambulance or St. John's type outfit. There are private ones, and she does that. Loves it, but I think she just needed something that didn't involve people dying for a bit, just to smooth herself out.
Well, yeah, no, she looks very cool, but I'm sorry, Georgie, I don't have any rimming advice for you. I have a lot of sex advice, a lot of fetish advice. I have a lot of kind of like, you know, swinging world advice for you if you want to know. But yeah, rimming, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why the men that you have come across like that so much. But it's,
yeah, I don't know if it's like Tinder or Grindr or what that she's going on, but it seems to be quite specific.
If she's going, well, yeah, Grindr, she's got a problem. But yeah, okay. Okay, we have gunslinger. Okay, we go 3 and 6 left.
Let's go for number 6.
Okay, this is the last smoking hot chili bees sauce. This is the gunslinger. Let me get the details up. These are all kind of like the same, as I say, the same kind of hotness, shall we say, of the same heat.
None of them have made you cry, so
doing
okay.
Those early, really hot ones, yeah, no, I felt them. Okay, very interesting sauce made with garlic and sprinkled on turmeric and marjoram. Give it a nice Western style. This is a very forgiving hot sauce.
That's interesting.
Won't blow your brains out and sits pleasantly on the tongue. Okay, that's again a 7 out of 10. The medium hot, which is very hot. I still want to try other hotter versions of these that they all have. So
I got my brother a bottle of Psycho Drops one year.
Okay, what's that?
It was like a little dropper bottle of just like pure evil, I think, called Psycho Drops, and he just said it was absolute madness. And then there's another one called Slap My Ass and Call Me Sally.
Oh, what is that?
That's a hot sauce. I'll have to send you a link to it. There's
some
amazing names. You need to go to the Chilli Festival at Westdean. They do it every year, and they have some plants, jams, chilies, all sorts. It's right up your street. You could do an outside broadcast.
Again, they're not a sponsor, but this company, Smoking Hot Chili Bees, they have like chili jam, which I want to get, jalapeno jam, and lots of other little kind of
they're so good, like cheese on toast.
And the Brighton Hot Sauce company as well. They're not just the two that we got in there. They've got some really funky things going there. Again, not a sponsor. If they want to be, hit Farley up.
Would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Okay, last two. Hit me with the next question.
Which animal can breathe through its anus, and is this a skill that you would like to have?
Which animal could breathe through its anus?
Yeah.
Is it a whale?
No, smaller.
This is quite mild, actually. Better than the other ones. Milder than the other two.
So you could have it as a dip almost.
Smoking hot chili bees ones. Yeah, this is alright. Who could breathe through its anus? It's got to be something underwater.
Yeah.
Is it a dolphin?
Nope, smaller.
What? Some sort of fish?
It's a turtle.
Oh, okay.
They call it a bum-breathing turtle. Is it a skill that you would like to have? Or do you think you could live without?
If I lived underwater, I think I would need it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, why? Why would you? You'd be all right.
We breathe out through it. We just don't breathe in through it.
But yeah, no, it probably helps when you're underwater.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I thought. What about you? Would you like to breathe through your anus?
Yeah, why not? You could like mess with people. You could pretend to be dead and stuff, couldn't you? Just breathe through your butt for a couple of minutes, freak them out, and be like, April Fool.
All right, we're going to do one of these.
Oof. Are they proper sour ones?
They are quite sour because they're pickled in vinegar.
Yeah, because some would come out quite sweet and some are just, oh, evil.
I've left the bigger one to the last.
A special
God.
treat.
Right. The last sauce that we have is the Encona extra hot pepper sauce.
I've had the normal one.
Yeah, you've probably seen the sweet chili and the stuff in the supermarkets, but this is the hottest one that they do. So yeah, it's the Encona extra hot pepper sauce. Again, Jamaican pepper sauce. Yeah, this is one of the ones that were up there as well. I'm on my last fish bite.
Oh,
that's good. To go. Of my last chili.
That is a big one.
Hit me with the question. Yeah. Good.
Okay. I recall a few years ago you telling me that you had done a clone of Willy and your wife had given them to friends as presents. How many got returned?
Well, none got returned. There was only a couple.
They kept them all.
Yeah, none were returned.
No, that's quite good then.
I
Did you have a returns process in mind, or
was there a returns policy? You mean?
Yeah.
No, I think it was just a case of yeah, that was lovely. My friends give me this.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll keep it. Maybe they sold it on. I don't know, but I don't know if they did. No. But,
see, I do listen to things that happen in your life.
Sorry?
I have listened to things that have happened in your life.
You have? Oh, I forgot about that.
That was that had me giggling for days. That did. It was hilarious.
No, it was only two. I think it was only two that went out as presents, and then she kept one.
It would have been a bit rude for her not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But would you like to clone your other half's penis?
No, I'll just keep it for myself. I'm not sharing that.
Tell me about him. You said that it was someone that you you've been through a couple of relationships in the last sort of few years, but you went back to someone that you were with 20 years ago or something? Tell me about him.
Yeah, we met at work. I was like 21 at the time. We were together for a couple of years and it didn't really work out at the time.
Right.
We're sort of friends in the same sort of group, and then 2.5, 3 years ago we got back together, and it's yeah, it's good. Sold my flat, moved in.
What was the catalyst for that then?
We went on holiday for a friend's birthday and just sort of realised that we'd missed each other, I guess. And sort of got on and just thought, why not? Give it a go. So the boy loves him. He loves the boy. It's been brilliant for him. Like, totally different kid.
Really?
Absolutely adore each other. And he's doing so well. He's settled, he's happy, he's confident. He's doing brilliantly at his new school. It's been really amazing for him, which makes me happy. That's all you want as a parent, really.
Wow.
So yeah, bought a house. We're just waiting for all the legal stuff to go through, and then that'll be it.
Is that on Hailing Island as well?
Yeah, it's a couple of streets down, just off the seafront. So it'd be nice to be settled. Sort of that in-between phase at the moment.
So Laura, do you have one last question?
Do I have one last question? Let me see. I did have quite a few. They're all quite strange.
Okay, well, no, we can do a few more if you have time. Yeah, do you have we gone through the 10? I can't remember.
Yes.
All right, well, hit me with another. I did this late.
If you got arrested, what would your family think you'd done?
Oh, it's quite hot. That's very hot. If I got arrested, what my family think I would have done? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Probably expose myself in somewhere. Ran naked down the middle of Ayresome Park. Ayresome Park is the old Middlesbrough Stadium. It's not that anymore. But yeah, I would probably because I exposed myself in some way, in some public sphere, at a festival or across the field in some sports game, probably would be the answer. But no other reason. I'm pretty stand-up honest guy. That would probably be the only reason I would get arrested.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably a fight.
A fight?
Because I've got so impatient and so intolerant that I'd probably just punch someone.
How do you mean?
Well, if they said something to me, or where I lived before, the people upstairs were driving me insane, and it was getting to the point where I was going to knock on the door and punch one of them. So yeah, probably that.
But what about the exposing yourself? Shall we both go to Brighton, go to the football stadium, and then just streak across the stadium?
No one wants to see that.
I
have mooned people. I've mooned in public for sure. My other half used to do it quite a lot as well, which was always quite entertaining. But grown up since then.
Okay, last of the 10 chilies.
Oof.
The biggest one.
That is huge.
Done. 10 hot sauces, 10,
Superstar.
10 jalapenos down. There you go.
Good effort.
So yeah, your mate that was on the comments, that was like all bravado. I was like, yeah, do that and we'll talk. So yeah. How much time have you got?
Awesome.
Oh, but my mouth is burning.
Yeah, I've got a few minutes.
Okay. Well, if there's anything else you want to ask, I asked you what I wanted to ask. Yeah, and you were very, very kind to share your world and everything, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate you and always have. If there's anything else that you want to ask, take us out.
Well, Georgie wants to know why some farts are hot.
Let's have some more Georgie questions.
Let's have some more Georgie ones. Yeah, why are some farts hot when others aren't?
Why are some farts hot?
Now, sometimes you fart and it feels really hot, and then other times it's just normal.
I think that's the chemical imbalance. I think that's all about. I mean, I'm not a scientist. Unlike,
I did Google this once at sort of 2 or 3 in the morning.
Unlike a lot of people who on the internet who think they're a scientist, I'm not. But I think it's all about the chemical imbalance, and maybe it's. I think it's all well, just from personal experience about how long you've like kept it in. If it's like the first one on the morning or whatever,
Yeah.
I think it's all about kind of like pressure and the chemical balance that you have inside you in your gut.
Yeah, I think so. I did look it up and I can't remember. Because it's when you can't sleep and you Google the most bizarre crap. And it's really interesting and you have to know right at that moment. But then when you wake up, you're just like, well, I don't know why I bothered. I had that the other day with, do spiders have eyelids?
I don't think they do.
No, they have like hard eyes. They don't have wet eyes, so they don't need to keep them moist. So
they're like flies. They have a
blink.
bunch of eyes in a cluster.
Yeah, they don't blink. Makes them even more sinister, really.
Hit me with another Georgia question.
Trying to think of one. Cucumber or courgette?
In what context?
Well, whatever.
Well, having lived in Athens for a bit, I would say cucumber because I ate a lot of it and still do. I make Greek salads.
Why are cats so terrified of cucumbers?
Why are cats terrified of cucumbers?
Have you seen the videos on YouTube? People putting a cucumber next to their cat, and when the cat sees it, it goes absolutely mad and like jumps 2 foot in the air to get away from it.
They would probably do that with lots of different kind of like things.
They don't seem to be as bothered by other stuff as they are cucumbers.
No, I mean the cats that I've had have had that reaction to lots of different things. It's not just cucumbers, I don't think.
One of my mum's cats eats olives. It's weird. Apparently there's the same chemical compound in an olive as there is in catnip.
Oh, interesting.
Every day's a school day.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was quite odd.
I didn't just come here for the shits and giggles. I came here for the education.
Yeah. All stuff that you never need to know. That's for sure. Let's see. What else do we have? If your life Globo, Jim.
So yeah.
If your life was dodgeball, would you be Average Joe's or Globo, Jim?
That's in relation to the film.
film.
That's in relation to the film. I haven't seen the film, So
Yeah.
sorry, I haven't seen the film. Sorry.
It's one of the best films ever. You have to see it. It is good.
Tell me about it.
We've got Vince Vaughn running a pretty crap gym, but with nice people. And then you have Ben Stiller running, you know, like a super gym full of assholes, basically. And he tries to buy the other gym. They don't want to sell. They've got huge debts. Find out about a dodgeball tournament with exactly enough money to get him out of trouble and decide to enter it. They become dodgeball stars and they end up playing the other gym, and it's just silliness, but funny silliness. It's worth a watch.
I know we played a version of that in primary school.
Yeah.
They called it bench ball. And what?
Yeah, with the long benches.
At each end, you had a long bench, and the idea was the opposite of dodgeball, was to get yourself in front of whatever throw, because the idea was to throw the ball and hit the bench. So it's probably, again, another thing that you weren't able to do these days, but you had to throw yourself against the thrown ball to stop it being hit on the bench. And but yeah, it was bench ball, so it's the opposite of dodgeball. So we played that, and I did think it was about bench ball when I saw like a trailer for it, but then I looked it up and it was the opposite. But I never got around to watching it because silly Ben Stiller movies don't interest me. Sorry.
Luckily he's not sort of front and center the whole time, because he irritates me as well. It's quite funny, and you get to look at Vince Vaughn, which is never a bad thing.
But he also did that at the same time. He did that ice skating film as well, and it was just like he was churning out these horrible films, and I was just like, I don't want to watch that.
Didn't want any part of that.
No. But what was the ice skating film? It was Blazing Ices.
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory. Oh God.
That was Will Ferrell, wasn't it?
That was. Wasn't he in that as well? Ben Stiller?
I don't think so. That was a Will Ferrell one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, these all came out at the same time. It was just like, fuck off. You know.
I did a bowling one and a ping pong one, and
was a bowling one, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. But I don't mind silliness now and then.
So tell me about the other girl that was you mentioned online. Oh, what was her name? Not Georgie, but Joe Burton.
Oh, yeah, she's quite interested to see what I ask. There's a group of us that we sort of have like a group chat going on. We meet up now and then. We've all got stuff wrong with us. We're all a bit odd, and it's sort of like a little support network. So
I'm kind of girl.
So yeah, I said to them, have any of you got any questions you want me to ask? And she was like, oh, I just want to watch it. So hopefully it entertains them.
Well, I'm sure it will, because you're a wonderful host, Laura. Absolutely wonderful, as I knew that you would be. So thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you for asking. It's been hilarious.
We'll wrap this up, and it was lovely to see you after all these years.
I know, it's been too long, really. We should do something.
Hug. Also, high five. No, this way. This way. There we go. High five.
That's rubbish. What about Spud?
There we go.
That just looks kind of wrong.
All right. Thank you, Laura.
Thank
Feeling
you.
great.
I hope your bum survives.
It's feeling good at the moment. Probably
At
not
the
in a few
moment.
hours.
Yeah. Get a
Thank
bog
you
roll
very
into the
much.
freezer.
We took those hot sauces down. Yep, it wasn't any problem at all. Thank you very much
No.
for coming on, and we'll do this again maybe one day without the without
Yeah.
the bum flaming. But we'll do this again soon. I love you.
Awesome. Love you too.
Thank you very much. See you later. Yeah.
Bye.